How do you capture images that show the movement of rushing water? You can use slow shutter speeds and a small aperture. However, a polarizing filter can be really helpful because it can cut down on the amount of light entering your camera and allow you to have even slower shutter speeds. A polarizing filter can also reduce or enhance any reflections in your image. Let's take a look at how to capture beautiful ribbons of flowing water in this photo challenge.
Got my camera set up, beautiful. We've just had some snow. So I really want to focus on this water over here. I've got my camera ready to go. I've set my ISO as low as it will go, which on this camera is 64. I have my aperture is f/22 and I've got 2 minutes. See how it's going back and forth there a bit? That was 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So what I want to do is I want to close this part so no light's coming here because that can affect the photograph. So I just want to take a picture. I'm going to try to zoom in on here. I'm going to try to take a couple different pictures of this flowing water. That's really what I'm looking for. And let's give it a shot. I'm going to try moving over here a bit. Got a bit of water here, but I think I should be okay. Let's try sort of in here. Okay, I'm going to use live view to frame this shot. You can see it there. I'm just looking to have some foreground interest, and I really want this moving water. So again, slow shutter speed. Let's see how this goes. Zoom a little bit. Some really nice ribbon results. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Let's try from this position, trying different shutter speeds. So I'm going to change my mode to shutter speed mode. And I'm going to just change the shutter speed down to where I know we've got it working. That's about 2 seconds. Now that might be a bit overexposed, but I'm just going to take it down each shot. Different shutter speeds. So that's 1.3 seconds. That's 1 second. Let's see what the results look like. I definitely prefer with the longer shutter speeds. I'm going to try to use a different lens. I've put on the 70-200 here. Now I just want to zoom in on some of that water in there. You can see here, I might zoom in and try to get into this spot in here and see what I can do with movement. So I'm going to try a couple different shots. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to even go across there, looking across the bank there, and see what that gives me. Love movement. So this is kind of cool. I can use a polarizing filter to cut down on the light. So this is a polarizing filter. You can see it'll cut out some of the light and allow me to have shorter, longer shutter speeds, which is kind of what I'm looking for. I'm going to put this on the front of, just on the front of my lens here. Right on top. It will also polarize the light if I want it to. 4-second exposure right in this water that's close by here. Zoom in here. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I just want a little bit of foreground interest for this beautiful scene. I still want that rushing water. I've got my wide angle on here, 17-35, and I just want a little bit of this tree over here with this branch over here with the snow on. So I've got that on this side of the frame. Got about a second at f/22, and let's try it out. got a very still day, so these branches are staying still, which is really, really nice. Let me show you what a polarizer does. So here, I got a few reflections anywhere of my own, but I want you to focus on this part over here. And as I rotate it, you see how it gets darker. See how there's a lot of reflection, and there's no reflection. So I'm taking the reflection off. Let's take two pictures, one with a reflection and one without. Make sure this is tight on here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's try reflection. And now let's rotate it. And you can see that reflection going away. There we go. So let's try that one. Let's try this one with a lot of reflection.
I really love how long shutter speeds capture beautiful ribbons of water. While you don't always need a polarizing filter to capture these images, it can be a useful tool in your photo toolkit that helps you get slower shutter speeds and reduce or enhance reflections. If you like the content I'm creating, please consider subscribing to my channel.